tend to think of Advent as the end of the year. In reality, Advent is the first season or the beginning of the Christian calendar. Advent ushers in Christmas. It's what the Western world celebrates at the end of the year, December 25th. But it's really a season, and it precedes Christmas, and it's about anticipation. It's about expectation, and ultimately it's about the arrival of something really valued, greatly, greatly valued. In my mind, it's like being on your tiptoes, and I mean eagerly expectant on your tiptoes kind of thing. And it stirs other images in my mind, like the first glow of dawn. If you've ever waited for the sun to rise, you know that the dawn, or the breaking of the day, will not be rushed. It cannot be rushed. At the right time, and not a second sooner, the piercing and matchless radiance of the sun's light will shine forth, and there's no going back. Even before I was a follower of Christ, I loved Christmas. I loved getting presents, and of course I loved giving them. I love the traditional food that our extended family enjoys on Christmas Day, and as a music lover, I felt joy in hearing and participating in the Christmas carols and the cantatas. I loved winter and the possibility of a white Christmas. Even without a relationship with Jesus, Christmas was my favorite time of year. As a young adult, I became a Christ follower, and that was the icing on the cake. My love of Christmas grew in depth and breadth. And then I moved to Thailand. That was 13 years ago. And I knew Christmas would be different. Thailand is a Buddhist country. There's no such thing as the Christmas season. Christian holidays are non-existent. And honestly, I don't think I realized how much I loved Christmas until evidence of it was no longer around me. When I started working alongside the Karen, the largest of the hill tribes in northern Thailand, and many of whom are believers in Jesus, I discovered how new cultures and contexts shape our seasons and our celebrations. The Karen are a hardworking, marginalized, poor agricultural society. No work today could mean no food tomorrow. Weddings are celebrated as early as 6 a.m. so that participants can work in the field afterwards. Sundays, however, are set apart. Christian families attend church and they spend the whole day with their family. The Karen, however, have a Christmas tradition that enhances our idea of Advent, and I'm delighted to tell you about it. On November 30th, the evening before the first day of December, local villages gather at their church for what is known as Sweet December. There's lots of good food that's prepared and shared. We play games, and just prior to midnight, we have a worship service. We gather around, and afterwards, we wish everyone a happy, sweet December. It's declared to one and all. For the younger generation, phones begin to ping with Sweet December messages and emojis. Christmas carols are sung, and there is joy in the camp. It's begun. Sweet December begins at 12:01 on the first day of December, the Christmas month. And all that Christmas means, and for the Karen, we are talking about the birth of Jesus, begins a month of worship services and celebrating the Savior of the world. For the whole month of December, each village church remembers the coming of Jesus, and each village church decides when and how they'll celebrate it. The actual celebration of Christmas is not necessarily on the 25th, but on a Sunday in December that they determine. Each church determines which Sunday they'll celebrate. And then they travel to celebrations in other villages. The celebration is a church-centered event. It's not a family event. It's not a home event. It's a church-centered event. And it's usually an evangelical gathering. And unbelieving family and friends are invited to join in. Sweet December is Advent for Korean believers. It's a way to remind each other and others around them that God came down to earth and lived among us. He made a way for us to know our Creator, to live a purposeful life, and enjoy an eternity with Him. So for you, I wish, from the Korean people in Thailand, a sweet December.